Address the Chantry. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed. And at this moment we could not step foot in the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. Then why are we going? We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry. Okay. Into the city so we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not a monster as they believe. Well, they will be disappointed. Ah, okay, thanks, Gigap. I thought you needed to... So it's only missions that require an advisor. The locations only require power. Okay. Recommended levels 4 to 7. Well, we're level 10.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask her.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the Chantry. Level 4 to 7, yeah, Cookie. Yeah. This may not actually help. No, we want to go there. We want to antagonize the Chantry. A terrible plan? No. This is a perfect idea. So, what would a bunch of old women do to a powerful mage and his allies? Nothing. So,
What can they do? It's just talk. Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with her. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
An angry mob, whatever. I think we have the people on our side, or at least we should. We have been closing rifts both in Orlais and Ferelden. So, the people should know who is the true power in the lands. Okay, the remaining... Okay, I read this. Yeah, confirm. Let's go. Although in Orlais, the capital, we're dealing with the most hardcore of the hardcore, I would say. These are not the peasants that are getting slaughtered by demons. This is the nobility and the rich people, the plutocrats, the bureaucrats. But this is precisely the kind of enemies I need. The corrupt and the powerful. So the poor and the desperate will turn to me. We shall see how this works out. Well, and those that are losing faith in the Chantry, this is the same crisis that the Inter Imperium went through when the Blights started. If the religion cannot provide answers and tangible benefits in the mortal life, people turn on their beliefs.
The city still mourns.
Just a guess, Seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Derek.
My Lady Herald.
You're one of Leliane's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
Yes, the music in this game is awesome. Yeah,
They wish to protect the people? From us?
You think the Order's return to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Did that dialogue option bug out? I selected. We expected this, and I did expect it. As I say, this is not the people, this is the nobles we're dealing with in the capital. And we need to remember that I'm not in the business of getting noble allies. At least not the ones that are too close to the established kingdoms. All the peripheral ones, those that are disenfranchised or maybe angry with the crowns, those are the nobles I need at my side. The avenue of her reflective thought, Our Lady and the actors of her rise and fall, her message and visage are worth repeating. What? Okay. So this is like the... yeah. Like a... I don't know how it's called in English. A Via Crucis. The thing you know on... Okay, it's always been buggy. Thanks, Gigup. In the... Well, when you remember Christ getting killed. Mafrat's remorse beneath admitting a low dorm friend. What? Ah, scratched by a vandal. Admitting a low dorm. That is awesome. Who the hell are these people? I don't recognize most of them. Yeah, crucified. Crucified, yes. But you have the 12 stations? I don't know how it's called in English. Of the Passion of Christ. This, I think this is more or less like it. About his unfortunate hair. Why do I... Ah, well, it's true. Maferad is the Judas of this story. It would make sense people make fun of him. Okay. The avenue is inspirational, but wise travelers do not linger in their respects. Not just because the bazaar awaits, but because the area before the black-turned statues is treacherous. Local legend has it that the child Empress Amy abused the opportunity of religious repose to relieve herself beneath the gaze of Our Lady. What? Unable to discipline the toddling leader, her attendants instead chastised the statues and had them turn in supposed embarrassment. True or not, foolish youths dare each other to soil the spot in similar fashion, and place otherwise reverent, though always carries a faint of odor about it. Ugh. Disgusting. Okay, another Mafrad statue. Mafrad's penitence. An unrelated headache. Well, that's not so funny. Mafrad's blood guild, and his head suddenly weighs too much. Yeah, they run out of good jokes. Alright, Le Masque du Lion. The exit. The exit. You would think in a city it would say the gates, not the exit. The exit of the city. Okay. The docks. What about this?
Why are the Templars suffering losses in the capital? Isn't this a stronghold?
The war is felt even here. Order must be restored to end it.
No.
Their war is costing them. Maybe it'll open their eyes.
I won't help end the war. I need that war to deepen. The first Lion of Orlais. In respect to the Emperor Alphonse Valmont, the Lions of Orlais are a repeating element dedicated to the great defenders otherwise noted. It is rumored that one is gold, one is bronze and weighted with poison, one is chocolate, and he is watching. As the saying goes, there we all a thief to test his back and learn which is most dangerous to try to deny Orlais. In truth, all are lead and leaf. Don't pretend to ride them too long, lest the mind give way. Okay. Fucking bards never make sense. I prefer Chantry Scholarship. Okay, another inscription. The Emporium of Mortal Means. For all matters defensive concern, offensive intent, and study of arts martial and with sanction magical. Okay, so this is a store. She doesn't look too healthy. Let's see. Will you deny the Herald of Andraste?
Not open today. Not until this fast is over, at least. Too many swords out.
Shit. Well, apparently she's not indisposed to us. Let's continue. Not of heroes united in hatred. If we are re-examining motive, let us not stop at the sons of the betrayer, for the first leader of young Orlais after the sons was Heshavis, chattel wife of two of them. But examine the facts. A proud daughter of Syrian, chosen not unkindly by Isorath to be his bride. It was her reach that granted him power to unify. Consider what she witnessed in the consolidation of her people. She has always been portrayed with sadness. But what if, when our nation was born, the game was born with it? Judge her actions not as property, but as a master. And what changes? As victim, Isorath, rumored cruel, breaks the clans in a lust for power. His brother Berald, exiled from his own machinations in young Navarra, appeals to the saddened wife and promises a new path. The brothers buy, and Berald wins, and then demands the hand of Heshavis, another Fereldan greedy for power. In a decade, the shy victim Heshavis is figurehead of the people's rebellion against the last son of the betrayer. As master, bound to rival this far older, she harbors a hatred beyond the winter. And while Isorath is distracted with personal concern or with building a nation to withstand her own people's enemies, she invites the broken brother and sets him against the driven. While accepting marriage to the victor, Heshavis seeds rebellion among those who remember how their lands were taken not a generation before. Both leave her as ruler, as Giowa. But should not the rule of a victim be uncertain? Heshavis rules for 42 years. There were no great swings backward, no people retribution, for she had become accustomed. If the goals of Isorat were selfish and the goal of Heshavis was there to reverse them, then Orlais is born of the failure of both. But if Isorat built his father's wall and Heshavis wanted revenge, then we are a nation of two successes, two parents, in opposition but in partnership. A history not of heroes, reigns in the ugly heart of change. That scholar is what? I forget now. Constructist, that's what he is. Fast travel, no thanks. The gallows. She of High Haven men repents. Gallows master, hold thy hand, hold it back a while. Gallows juror, let me stand, let me bear a smile. For comes my brother distant, for comes my servitor soon. I stand here most insistent, and I will receive my boon. Fellow soldier, hold thy voice, hold it if you may. Fellow shoulders, show my choice, I am in your sway. For now my crime was cruel, and all my pain deserved. I stand here as a fool, despite my brother served. Mother dearest, look away, look into the sun. Other nearest, gone astray, you will be undone. For no more will I prattle, and no more will I pray. Here you must rattle, as life will fly away. This is the kind of poetry I love. It rhymes. From the songs of old Orlais, she of High Haven repents. Okay. By formerly Sister John Ding, a heretic then. Maybe she read too much, and that made her question everything. La pomme by et mort. I don't know French, so I will butcher any pronunciation. It is said that the apples that grow near the gallows will be bitter on the tongue of a lover who will betray. It is also said, although by different people entirely, that unripened fruit should not be the only consideration when investigating matters of fidelity. The latter are lonely most evenings among the arbors of the Somme Bazaar. And who would be so idiotic? You taste the fruit and you say, yeah, it tastes like ash in my mouth. If you were going to betray your lover, you would lie. Because you don't have any type of ethics. No, morality maybe. Okay, more reading. I love reading. Emperor Florian. Grand Duke Florian was not supposed to ascend to the Elysian throne. His elder brother, Judicael II, had two twin sons and thus a very secure line. Florian was free to pursue other interests, none of which revolved around the game. Indeed, the imperial court largely ignored him, and that's how he liked it. All that is recorded in that era is that he married, produced a single daughter, and afterward showed little interest in her. An outbreak of the 100 Days cough in 877 Blessed changed his plans. Both Judicael's sons perished, as did Florian's daughter. Racked by grief, Judicael lost interest in ruling, turning over all matters pertaining to a rebellion in Ferelden to his advisors, and instead spending his time hunting in the country. When Judicael was thrown from his horse during a fox hunt in 884 Blessed, Florian was suddenly bolted into the throne. Famously, his response to the Chevaliers delivering the news at his estate is to be, "This will not do at all." In private and somewhat eccentric man, Florian limited his appearances at court and dealt almost exclusively with members of his own family. He was extremely particular about his habits of dress and grooming, eschewing current fashions for the sake of comfort and refusing to wear cosmetics or powders of any kind due to an intense dislike of being dirty. Powerful and connected nobles who had served in the cabinet since his father's time were turned away in favor of his younger brother Royeaux, his sisters Melisande, and his cousins. Children were banned from the palace, even when the children of servants, who, the exceptions of his nephew and nieces, who were tolerated only on the condition that they remained out of the emperor's sight. Regarding suggestions that Florian and his youngest cousin Megren were lovers, the truth is uncertain. If such a relationship existed, it was no doubt kept private due to Florian's aversion to public life, and not from any fear of rumors. Such rumors, after all, were likely spread due to the Emperor's refusal to sire another child, and thus secure his line. Many believed this failing would eventually lead to civil war. The only real evidence of a relationship with Megren is a loud and very public argument the two had prior to Megren's appointment, or exile as we saw it, to the throne of Ferelden. Megren is said to have called Florian "my darling", and neither man chose to explain the argument later. The predictions of Sir Wool, well, almost came to pass upon Florian's death on 919 Dragon. With no clear heir, the throne eventually passed to the only daughter of Grand Duke Reynold, Celine, after a vicious struggle that threatened to consume the empire. Okay, nice. And that's the backstage. Holy shit.
I don't deal with heretics.
There you go. Bill, ooh, what the hell happened?
Good people of Val Royeaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more.
She's here.
Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. The Maker would send no elf in our hour of need.
Okay, now we're getting into the meat of it. Now, option 4, French accent, huh? Option 4 is out of the question. Option 1 could do. We have a real enemy, no, because that's going for compromise, and this seems just like shut up. Now we need to debate her. We need to convince whomever can be convinced. If not, at least I will radicalize those that already believe her. I think this is the obvious choice. So let's go with this.
And do you know everything the Maker commands? Look up in the sky. I alone survived the breach, and I can end it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Okay.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
Okay. Now, how dare you now? Save me the trouble? No, we cannot. We cannot, form any sort of allegiance with the Templars. How dare you know? That's exactly what needed to be done. Alright. Yeah, let's antagonize him. This is the... yeah, that scene is great. No. Gigap, do you follow Lusarius? If you don't follow Lusarius, you should. Because he won't enjoy this scene at all. When he gets here in 2 months.
Was that display supposed to impress me?
On the contrary, it wasn't for you at all.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Ooh.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
This guy is awesome. This guy is awesome. We need to make sure he keeps being Lord Seeker. Yeah, you refuse the Herald, yes. How dare you? Yeah.
And what if I really am the Herald of Andraste?
What?
You, an elf? I would sooner believe a toad, our savior. You have nothing. No influence, no power, and certainly no holy purpose.
But Lord Seeker, what if she really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royeaux is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Yeah, that's the guy we need. A zealot.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
No. He has not. I don't like how my elf talked. Well, that was the only logical choice. Why is it, what if I am the Herald? No, she needs to show confidence. She needs to always assert her divine appointment.
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Well, that guy seems like he has been snorting lyrium a little bit too much. I never liked this plan. That's something else I was thinking the other day. I don't like the idea of getting the Templars or the mages to help me, since an elf won't trust any of those factions. I hope there is a third option that we are not seeing right now. Maybe I won't get the help of anyone, which would be great. Yeah, let's give her a little bit of comfort. Although I don't think Cassandra had her mind set in one way or the other. I remember Liliana wants to go to a mages, Colin wants to go to a Templars. Cassandra, I think, didn't say.
Fortunately, the Templars aren't our only hope.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Okay. The Chantry remains operation now available. Head to Inquisition's war. No, I won't do that. I will talk to these people.
Ever since our divine was murdered, toothless old fools are lost
Is
without
what
her.
they're saying real?
What are the
The
Grand
Inquisition's
Clerics
going to
doing
fix
while
the
the
hole in
main
the sky?
circles lie empty?
Yes.
That's what we're attempting, yes.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry is useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition?
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
Yes, help. Help, why not? Yeah, this is some merchant. No, she's an owl, she has a mask. But I've been appeasing nobles. What I cannot do is the royal courts. The royal courts, no, and the monarchs either. They have to be against the Inquisition, because eventually they will be proven wrong and they will look like fools, and that will make the hierarchy crumble, at least. And if I have all the lower ranking nobles on my side, I might get what? Maybe a better monarch, a weaker one. Although these people are in civil war, aren't they? More likely than not, I will have to choose between the two claimants, or I don't know. There are two claimants because I read the book, the Empire of the Masks or whatever. Yeah, go and feed us.
Head to Haven then. We need good people.
I don't know if I'm ready, but it will be nice to see. Thank you.
Alright, no, yeah, without spoiling. Yeah, if you want to see my genuine reaction to anything, because holy shit.
An arrow with a message?
Or was the arrow the message? They're trying to kill us. Okay, let's read this plaque first. Grace of Empire South, reserved for his strangeness, Sir Sound and his static puppets behind glass. Okay. I don't see anyone. Mysterious arrow. Favors for friends. Okay. A message is attached, written in a large flowing hand and bordered with doodles. People say you are special. I want to help and I can bring everyone. There is a body in Val Royeaux. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red things in the market, the docks and round the cafe. And maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Friends of Red Jenny. A poor drawing of the locations is attached. I remember them. Weren't they in Ferelden? Pretty sure they were Ferelden. Yeah, Assassin's Cookie, I agree. The fourth Lion of Orlais, Duke Stefan of Beaumontier. Okay.
The Templars didn't even touch you.
Okay, let's talk to the brother.
My maker, know my heart. Take from me a life of sorrow. Comfort is only yours to give. Oh, maker, where is the comfort? Look away. I have broken the chant because it comes from my heart. What have we when our divine is dead and the sky burns?
Alright. This is a question, isn't it? No. Now we need him to break with the chant. That's exactly what we want. But let's ask exactly what he means.
What do you mean you broke the chant?
Are you also ignorant of the Maker's most basic rights?
No.
The chant of light is how we honor the Maker. They are the only words that the faithful should hear from my lips. But I can't. Our divine is dead. Our Templars gone. The Maker's silence is deafening. What hope have we?
Okay. Keep faith, Andrastes, with me. We should all be questioning. No. No, he shouldn't question the faith. The chantry, yes. The faith, no. The Inquisition will bring order. As I said, every chance we get, we need to assert our... The elf, well, the character, Lilith, she doesn't believe any of this. She's playing a charade for the humans. But we need to play that game every time we can. Every person that asks us, we need to tell them, yes, Andraste sent me, yes, Andraste is behind all my actions. She approves of this message. That's yeah, so I'm going to choose this one. And if he doesn't believe me, well, then he's a Chantry zealot, and he belongs with the rest of the mothers and brothers.
The blessings of Andraste are not lost to us. They've been made flesh.
Hold your tongue. I will not hear the blasphemy of a fool who claims to be sent by our holy bride. Maker, put out my eyes. I would rather blind us to this growing dark.
That's perfect. Yes, well said, Lilith. They...
This is bullshit.
That dialogue option was awesome. Amazingly well done.
You trouble anyone, we'll see how mortal we get.
Who are these guys?
I believe that messenger is trying to get our attention.
Who, me? Okay. Full masks? I don't remember anyone with full masks. Yeah, the blessings of Andraste have been made flesh. That is something I'm going to engrave in Haven.
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
Okay. First Enchanter Vivien, you are cordially invited to attend my salon, held at the Chateau of Duke Bastien de Ghislaine. Yours, Vivien the Fair, first Enchanter of Montsimar, Enchanter to the Imperial Court. Okay. Imperial Court. Last time I remember Celine nor Duke Gaspard were in here, in Royeaux, because the...
You trouble anyone, we'll see how mortal we get.
Ah, so this is the police, it seems. Alright.
The one who repents, who has faith unshaken by the darkness of the world, she shall know true peace.
Yeah, so this guy is like the fool in Lothering that could only recite the chant. I thought that was a personal vow he had taken. Okay. A grace of the Empire East. A plaque reads, welcome all before the grace of the Empire, stage and audience for use of all. For theater and business, for partnership and proposal. Be seen. A notice below reads, this display is reserved for songs of traditional by Lord Bramsford and his players cancelled. Okay. I know I just lost I'm more likely than not, I just lost an agent. But I don't want a Chantry Zealot as my agent. To be honest, they won't do. Only people that have renounced their position in any sort of Chantry affiliated institution, which makes Liliana and Cassandra, yeah, let's say former members of the Chantry. I mean, as actual positions, not beliefs in the chant. Okay, Grace of the Empire North. A notice reads, this display is reserved for discourse political with attending professors of social matters from the University of Orlais. Note that all vendors of loftable groceries will be closed in the hour beforehand and for 1/2 hour later. Okay. Aren't I supposed to be finding the red Jenny things? The second line of Orlais. Duke Isidore de Arlesans. Let's see if we can kick the the sister in the third lion, Duke Ivan of Savrin. Maybe we can kick her while she's in the ground.
This victory must please you greatly, Sika Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. Do you truly believe you are the Maker's chosen?
Yes. With the 150% certainty.
I do believe it. Do you have a better explanation?
Several, but are they the truth? I am left to question all I have been taught. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
All right. Let's see. Let's ask this last.
How many Templars turned on the Chantry exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remained loyal, but not enough to call them the Order. The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison, but now it stands empty. Perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner now. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
How are people responding to all of this?
Despair. Fear. We mourn Her Holiness. The people look to the sky and wonder how long before terror comes for us all. There must be a way through this. Is it you? The Templars? The Maker's will? We abandoned our duties. We servants of the faith. Now we can only pray.
All right. Seems she has truly lost her way. So maybe we can pluck her. We need persuasive voices in our camp. And a heretical cleric always works, in my mind. Because she can spin the chant to make us fit on it. We need someone like that. I thought maybe the other dude was, but no. She truly doubts. Now she is willing to at least consider we are the Herald of Andraste. Let's see.
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there? Rebellion seems popular in certain quarters, doesn't it, Seeker? Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
Well, maybe she's not as convinced as I thought.
What were you hoping the Lord Seeker would do exactly?
Put aside his war against the mages and find common purpose against something much more dire. Obviously, he has other plans. With the knights vigilant slain at the Conclave, there is nothing more we can do.
Perhaps there is something we can do.
I'd like to believe that, Seeker. I truly would. I suppose we can expect renewed effort against the mages from him, and yet more chaos.
Who are the Lords Vigilant, I wonder? Or Knights Vigilant? Did I ask this already? I'm not sure. Let's see.
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to denounce me?
We have already done so. And what good has it done us? Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can, and leave the next step to her.
Now this woman...
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the Conclave. What becomes of us, and your Inquisition, is in the Maker's hands now.
Nah, she's a hardcore chantry person. She's not going to get out of her revered mother robe. She's not going to throw away the robes, so to speak. And in my mind, the robes do make the monk. So, let's ask the final question.
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our divine. Her holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is chaos ahead, whatever your intentions.
Okay, this is a tough choice here. You could still help us now. After hearing all what she has said, I don't want her help. The Chantry has made a mistake. I could tell that to antagonize her. The problem is she's doubting. At this moment, she's actually considering I may be the Herald of Andraste. Which means number 2 and number 3 are somewhat similar. Because if she starts believing that the Chantry made a mistake, she would be helping us by trying to convince the rest of the Chantry that they should support us, which is number 2. Therefore, I think both of them are not what I want. The first one is, I don't give a shit what the Chantry does, I will do what I must. Which, doesn't fit exactly. But, hello Newt, Merry Christmas to you as well. So, I think I'm going with number 1. Yeah, that could work. We need people like that are willing to disavow any previous allegiances and just go for me as the Herald. And if she's willing to do that, well, we will accept her in the Inquisition.
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case.
Fucking bullshit, everything is bullshit, alright.
Leave me be, Survivor. Your presence here is not comforting.
Survivor.
There's got to be a way to calm...
I'm the Survivor. Okay, let's search for these red Jenny fragments. Difficult time for those who have lost. While I understand concerns for property and the general dressing of the bazaar, I must caution that release is needed. We are suffering not just ongoing civil conflict pitting brother against sister, not just outright war pitting Templar against mage, not just loss of our most holy and the best of our leaders. We are suffering all three as the sky is wounded for all to see. And we all know of our world. All we know of our world is threatened, along with all we know of the next. With this most grave notation, I ask that the writs of losses and missing remain. That The citizens, however, indirectly be allowed to post their gifts of known dead and the maiden names of hopefully living, and with them their criticisms of how they have been told or not told. For while I have no doubt we as Orlesians will maintain our utmost composure, there must be release, there must be grief, there must be mourning. If not, we do not allow this simple expression, we risk a greater outburst. Let our people shed their tears in as reserved as means as necessary. The market will be cleared in due course, but this time, we must let this simple expression stand. Written by Captain Albion Orlesian Guard in the Summer Bazaar. Alright. That guy knows how to keep a mob from revolting. They also said I should come to the docks, but this looks like a lake, doesn't it? Or a big pool.
There must be something here.
There it is, the red fragment. Someone is going to attack me, I'm sure. Miroir de la Mer reviles folly. He was cut from Royeaux. No, the place was cut from Royeaux in 489 Blessed. It was the will of the mad Emperor Revil, who demanded a reflecting pool large enough to draw his vain deceased mother back across the veil. Many shops and vendors were evicted to make room from this folly, and several memorials to the heroes of the first and fourth blights were simply toppled. The reservoir supports little in the way of life, as the bottom was lined with lead to increase its reflective properties. Revil intended it for divination, using boats as massive planchettes, but work was not finished until the week of his own death. The water see little use today, save for a lazy or fornication sojourns by the nobility aboard decorative gondolas. Fornication. I thought that was the red fragment. Reservoir stocking evaluation. Tremors, floating, tasty soft, water burst die off. Restocking failed, fish not fit, do not consume. Alright. A red handkerchief is folded around a key with a small hasty scroll. Key is lifted from drunk swearing out herald. Do not know what door I'm out, my debt is paid. Okay. This cannot be the docks, but Royeaux has an inner lake. Let's look at the map. I'm pretty sure Royeaux has a lake. There is a second floor, huh? Yeah, there is a lake. No, the Waking Sea. It's the Waking Sea. Alright. Let's continue exploring Royeaux. I think after this, I have to go to Haven to unlock that Ghislaine place, Barnabas.
Open? Yes, as open as I can be. If you've a need for the well-cut or the sparkling, perhaps I can help. At the very least, we can appear like everything is normal. Yes.
Tonics belt, potions belt, guard belt. More guard, meh. Grenades belt, belt of staggering, spirit resistance, ranged, melee, health, healing, belt of focus, which I still cannot use. Bleeding, staggering, life drain, flanking, critical damage, bleeding, attack. No. Well, that guy sells interesting stuff. I have to tell the truth. Anything I would want. A glass hollow. Okay. I'm not going to buy a hola from a human. Impossible. Alright, nothing. Maybe I can sell. Alright. So some people are willing to look beyond my heretical nature. Let's talk to him.
What is the Grand Cathedral thinking? We must have a new divine. She will show us the way.
I thought those masks are supposed to be unique.
I know what you are.
But another noble had the same or maybe he's the same guy. Who the hell knows?
And what do they need?
All's well, it seems.
We shall see.
Right. Le Masque du Lion. We cheered when honored was her might, but many more deserve a thought. For though she was the first a knight, her ken and king the kind have always fought. Dedication to Princess Corrien, the first cavalry. Okay. A soldier.
We maintain an Inquisition presence on Commander Cullen's orders. This has been received as you might expect.
Ah.
I don't know.
So he's actually from the...
Wonderful.
From the Inquisition.
Thank the Maker. I don't think they knew.
The head of Madame Snappy Snips. Mascot of Le Masque du Lion, named in jest but genuinely respected. The Grand Mame, as she is also called, was the last dragon brought down by Sir Koenig, the previous owner of the cafe. A spirited hunter, Koenig came of age in the years following the sighting that named the era. While others were quick to assume the tales of ancient Nevarran dragon hunters must have been exaggerated, he tracked the gradual increase in dragon numbers and size. Koenig believed we had yet to see a true return of the beasts of legend, and that the specimens of his day were young despite their ferocity. In a cruel victory, but today known Sir Koenig to have been correct, even as he may have fallen to his own expertise. He was years overdue from his last hunt, and for the rest of us travel weary. What we have thought to be a pinnacle of dragon strength may have been closer to adolescence. The sisters of Madame Snappy Snips may have left their sibling far behind. Alright. Yeah, that seems like a drake to me, a big drake.
Of course.
Nothing more.
Wonderful.
I don't know.
Same old.
She's doing it with magic. She's not touching them. Not heroes, Mafrat, and sacrifice. Andraste, our lady, the sword and the fire against the winter. Betrayed to the Empire in exchange for a kingdom. Mafrat, now synonymous with treachery. But would Andraste have won? If not, what would we have lost? Let us look not just at the act, but at the why of it. As the armies of the Fate pierced the Imperial homeland, it was revealed not as a wave, but as an arrow. Just as any hunter will attest, if your aim is not true, there is no returning to your bow. We must consider this. How much of Our Lady's victory to this point was against true Imperium, and how much against the echoes of Empire. Andraste, the inspiration may not have considered such. But Maferath, the general, fought for homeland, not visions. Was it victory or defeat that his betrayal held at bay? Maferath made the deal that killed Our Lady. That is fact. And when Andraste died, Maferath was gifted everything from the southern plains south. How generous and impossible to hold this might have seemed. Let us look at Maferath and the legacy he divided among his sons, not with an eye for accusation, but from a tactical consideration. For he must have known that mere rivals have never stopped the winter. What if he set about creating peers, and none of this was accident. How then fared Isorat, Embryon, and Bareld? I am wrong, this was not a constructivist. It's a realist that's writing that.
All's well, it seems.
Okay, a different simple script on the back of a stable report marked with red paint. Thank you, friends, for helping good Lady Caris. So those who asked how the Herald entered third passage could not stay to see them exit. Okay. The summer home of Monsieur Gulbs, a seasonal home for the childhood pet of the twin sons of Empress Yvette. The nature of Monsieur Gulbs remains unknown, save that he was a gift from a Rivani ambassador, and he was eventually released to the sea after taking the hand of a sluggish page. Okay. It appears I won't find the rest of the Red Jenny stuff. Maybe it's in the second floor. Let's go. Second floor.
Maybe.
Alright. Her Majesty's convenience. For Her Majesty's convenience, wood and vines defy the very sun and rain. Okay. Not of heroes, the death of diversity. What could hold back an empire? Another. What could hold back so they find a people as the winter? Another. Let us consider if eldest Aithorat was not meant to honor Maferath, for the father's fate was already condemned by hidden betrayal. Let us consider that Aithorat was told to turn from ties to Maferath, to look forward, not back. What of his actions then? Aithorat was granted a land of tribes, of scattered allegiance. His answer was to the grand unification, which most condemn as arrogance. Sweeping changes in trade, relocations to break local allegiances, all to favor centralized trade and power. Cities were leveled to expand a new capital, and powerful and influential city of a new nation, Val Royeaux of Orlais. And all in the name of not lost industry, but of holding back looming winter. Power was united, but cultures less so. Investing everyone in the new Orlais stratified the classes, all throughout it all spread a bitterness that Aferelden ruled. Isorath avoided the stain of his father, for he was seen as a victim too, but he was still an Amari. What if, dearest readers, the final unifying element came not from accident, or even the deliberate actions of Isorath, but from a common hatred, and not the common hatred of the day? The sons of Maferath would succeed at creating a peer for the winter, but only at the cost of themselves. Alright. Oh my. Sister Antoinette. Okay, let's talk to her.
What? Yes, I'm sorry. Minding the duties of the ailing mother, Havara. I am rather overwhelmed. Forgive me. I am unsure whether I meant to extend chantry services to you, and that troubles me greatly. Forgive me. I am unsure whether I meant to extend chantry services to you, and that troubles me greatly.
Thanks for the tip, Gigup. So the fast travel locations are not to go to Haven, let's say, but to go to other parts of Val Royeaux. Alright. Kind of like Denerim in a way. Victory and Shade. A flake reeds. Here grows one of the many strange trophies returned from the liberation of Kirkwall in 760 Storm, where brave Orlesian forces turned back the unstoppable Cunari. A cutting salvaged from a burning dreadnought was presented to Emperor Cyril, and it was tended to full growth by the careful hands of Val Royeaux's master landscapers. tears.
When there was
Okay. Seems this is another shop.
Inquisition, eh? I'll sell. But if the Chantry censures you, I'm not liable. No offense, but I have to live here, and Val Royeaux can be traditional.
Okay. How do I buy from you? I don't see any way. Ah, there you go. Let's see what this guy has for sale. Schematics. A longbow. Battle axe. This is a two-handed weapon? Yeah, great axe. Okay. Maul is two-handed. Long bearded axe. How the hell do I know if this is better than what I have? Motherfucking imbeciles. Dense staff grip. Okay, let's just look at the tiers because it's the only way I'm going to. Tier 2. Staff blade. Tier 2. Grip. Tier 2. Everything is tier 2. It has tier 2 of everything. So let's see if I have. No, I cannot. No, I can't check here. Yeah, I should be able. Everything he has is tier 2. So let's check. If anything I have is tier 1. Tier 2. Grip tier 2. That's the. Otherwise, I will be spending a lot of money on on nonsense. This is tier 2. Yeah, I will spend money for an schematic and have no idea if it works for me. Pretty sure they. Magister stuff. I have a grip, a blade. Blade. I don't have blades at tier 2. Look at that. So tier 2 blade. Staff blade. I don't have an axe. Okay. Tier 2 bow. Alright, let's buy the tier 2. Shit. The tier 2. Blade. Staff blade. Fuck me in the ass. No, this is a different. 100 grip. Pretty sure I don't have any grips. I think I'm doing this wrong. I should look at their weaponry. Yeah, I'm doing that wrong. No. A rune. No, a haft. Okay. They really made it difficult to compare upgrades, to be honest. A tier 2 haft. It says grip. I'm going with the haft, but do I have a tier 2 haft? So stupid. I need to do this. I want to go to schematics, weapon schematics. Tier 2 haft, which is actually a grip. Why do I call it grip? Call it haft. Stupid bastards. Okay, this is for a sword, obviously. I don't have half the schematic, so let's buy that as well. Okay, I think I do have a staff grip level 2. I do think I think I do have a staff grip level 2. Pretty sure I do. It's not telling me. It's not telling me. Why? Because I'm looking at the wrong thing, that's why. Ah, shit, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, I need to remember this too. Staff grip, yeah, okay. Let's get out of here. No, I like the crafting system. What I don't like is that you cannot easily see what an upgrade gives you once you have it equipped. It's rather difficult. You have to go to multiple menus, and when you are crafting items, you cannot compare one upgrade to another upgrade easily enough for my taste. You have to keep switching between the weapons and the upgrades and the schematics that don't give you stats after you create the upgrade, and then you can actually compare to the upgrade you already have. It's all a big mess, in my opinion. But the crafting system itself is solid. It's the comparison that's difficult. It's not like the weapon comparisons, which are really easy to do. They give you the stats side by side. But when you are crafting, you have to actually make the item in order to know if you're making a better item than the item you already have. Otherwise, you are just guessing. Okay, that's how I feel at the moment. It seems I cannot go to the second floor this way. But it is a much better system than Dragon Age 2. I don't remember Dragon Age 1 that much in that regard.
One death. There is but one God.
Where is Sandal? Yeah. Hello, O'Neill. Where the hell is Sandal? We need him. Maybe he's the maker. Maybe we're the Herald of Sandal. That could be interesting. Well, if you can point Gigap, if you can point me in a better direction to make the upgrade stuff much more manageable, I would gladly accept.
Well, this has all been a frustrating mess.
Any advice?
Chantry, and especially the mages, just everything. I apologize if you were refused service, but we are now open for business. Especially if you put my wares to use.
Okay. Let's see what he sells. Keeper. For example, look at the upgrades. I don't know what I don't know what is upgrade and what is base. The base item, so it makes it difficult for me to compare. And no, I have to actually go and look at the upgrade to know what I'm getting. In any event, I don't think the 8 constitution and 8 willpower can be given by the upgrades. 8 magic, I don't care about magic. 3 constitution. Fuck. That could be useful. I need to know what the iron bark grip, the jewel blade do. I doubt very much They give me 8 willpower. Okay. I think these are all just... yeah, bullshit. I don't understand. This guy hates mages, but he sells mage wear. What the hell? Okay, let's look at this. Alright. 3 willpower. Willpower gives me magic defense, but also something else. Yeah, the superior and yeah, it's switch. Okay, I'll look into willpower in a second. I may like this one better, the male. 2 willpower. And okay, 3 willpower. Let's take a look. That guy is crazy. Mages, fuck them all. But come, mage, buy my wares. I keep looking at my base stats. I don't know the actual equations, if you can call them. Okay, willpower gives me attack and magic defense. Okay, so it would, I think it can be worthwhile to switch. Because I gain 3 willpower, which should compensate the loss of some of the magic defense. But I have no idea what apprentice arms gives me. Hello, Flex. Thanks. The Dragon Age Wiki, yeah. But this may seem silly, but I don't like knowing the underlying mechanics. I like to be guided just by what the game tells me. And they may be lying, I'm aware of that. But that's why I also disable the damage numbers and status effects. Pop-ups in combat. I prefer the game telling me stuff. In indirect ways, you could say. Yeah, I know it's bad. It's a stupid, really, not going and looking the actual equations and tables. What do you say? I believe this is a worthwhile switcheroo. More willpower, and I will give it the apprentice arms. Okay, I'll wait for you to answer. I'll keep looking at this. A start, shit. And this is where things go crazy. Okay, 3 magic, no. Cold resistance, no. 5 willpower. Ah, look at that. It actually tells me. Okay. Magic defense and range defense. So most magic defense comes from the actual. But I will have then 8 willpower. Okay. So it does tell me, thank God. I don't know why I didn't look at this before. Maybe I've never came to a merchant that sells upgrades. And I don't have any legs. Let me see if any legs. All those resistances. Give me magic defense. Walls of text. shall see. We shall see. I will manage. I don't like crafting overall. Not a crafter. But but I bought an schematic, didn't I, for a staff grip. Pretty sure I did. Besides, I prefer willpower to magic every day. Also a staff blade I bought. Constitution is most important. Willpower and constitution. Apprentice, male arms. 3 willpower. Let's buy the 5 willpower thingy. Both for me and Solus. I think Solus has something very similar. Yeah. Alright. I think all of this is for mages, isn't it? Let me check. It should go red or not. Nah. To light armors, yeah, light armors on the way, it seems. Crafting goes wild. Yeah. I'm a better min-maxer than crafter. I usually don't have the patience for it. But in this game it pays off. Yeah. Let me tell you why I like willpower. Better than strength or dexterity for warriors and well, obviously you know because you know more about this game, but it says increases the attack for warriors only and the guard damage bonus. But since I'm playing in another rule set, what I need to worry about is dying. And willpower, as you say, increases less the attack, but it gives magic defense. And magic defense is like, at least as I understand it, it's like having high resistances to all sorts of magic. It doesn't matter the type of magic, just that it is a magical attack, or elemental, as they say, which should shield me from dragons and demons and all that sort of thing, if they use magic. And constitution increases melee defense, which is the other concern. Ranged, I don't really care that much, although it can be an annoyance. But yeah, I believe these 3 attributes are the most important one. Cunning, willpower, and constitution, with willpower and constitution taking precedence over cunning. And these 3 I don't like that much. Barrier damage and or critical damage, all this is secondary, in my opinion, to the 3 other stats. But that's just what I believe. I don't know much about the underlying workings of any of this. So it might be... Holy shit. Was that Meryl?
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion.
What?
Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
Fiona. Fiona. She's an elf. What could my character know about her? I'm a spy, so I should... And I was sent to a conclave. I don't know how the hell she ended the conclave. This is surprising. I was positive she would be at the conclave. She's the leader of the mages. How the hell is she not dead? Yeah, this is a good question. Let's ask that and then I'll continue thinking out these options.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap.
It's true.
I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
Okay. Yeah, it's true. It's true that the Lord Seeker, although since I didn't know who was the leader of the Templars, it didn't seem strange to me that the Lord Seeker was not there, because I didn't know he was supposed to be there. Maybe he's a new Lord Seeker, for all I know he could be. But it appears no, he was the actual Lord Seeker. Yeah, I'm sure we can disagree, Gig, up on mechanics stuff. I just don't give too much stock to damage. As long as I can endure a fight, I can kill the enemies. And I don't really care if it takes a longest time. You should see my Dragon Age fights, then Dragon Age 2 fights. Those lasted for more than half hour, most of them. I tend to be a patient man. So I don't really care if I have to run around for 30 minutes kiting enemies in order to kill them. As long as I can stay up, I will be okay. Okay, this is an interesting perspective, although it could be the truth.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
Okay, so Fiona is only concerned that people will place blame on the mages for the killing of the Divine. Now let's think out this. I know a lot about this character because she is featured in that book I read. But what would my character know about Fiona? She would definitely know she was the one calling for independence of the mages, because that's a story that must have been widespread after they escaped the White Spire. She would have known that she's a Grey Warden, or was a Grey Warden. Obviously she's an elf, but I'm an Dalish, and we Dalish look down upon... was she Dalish? I don't know. No, she must have been a Circle Mage, which means she was born outside the Dalish. Although it seems my particular clan, the Lavalens, are not as bigoted as the rest of the Dalish. And I have been trying to... Yeah, that has been an objective of mine, getting elves to my side, getting them a little bit riled up, maybe rise up in rebellion against the human kingdoms. But what to do with this woman? Shit. This is the worst messenger for my character. Because I should hate mages. As I hate the Chantry, because the mages were the ones that destroyed Arlathan and enslaved the Elven peoples. But she's an elf. Let's go with number 2, because that's the more neutral approach. Yeah, if this were a human mage, a Tevinter mage, or whatever, then I can spit in her face and turn my back. But she's an elf, a fellow elf, and fellow mage as well. So let's go with the most neutral option and see what happens.
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Shit!
Come, let us return to Haven.
No, let us explore Royeaux. Cassandra has been telling me to go to Haven for a few hours now. Ah, shit. Shit! Turns out the mages are not led by radicals at the moment. I counted on that when I was thinking about how to deal with the mages. The Templars are just where I want them. But the mages, what the hell do we do with the mages? Okay, you already talked to her, let's see what she sends. It's actually a lectern. Ooh, but it's level 13. Okay, it does. For example, I look at these two weapons. Which weapon is better? I ask you, Giga. What would you say? Which weapon is better in your opinion? Let's see what you answer. Okay, I don't have anyone that can use a staff of flares. Okay. No two-handed warrior, no bowman. It doesn't matter that the levels are very different. Which one do you believe is best? I'm just asking out of fun. A dagger. yeah, most of this is red. But maybe one of the lower class things I can use. A Seeker Shield. Okay, let's see. 3 strength. Of Blessed Blades? What is... Blessed Blades. I don't think I've seen that anywhere before. Blessed Blades. Ah, okay. Exactly. The answer I was waiting. It depends. Which means my current staff could be better given a certain playstyle. Even if it appears to be heavily underleveled. Okay. Alright, it seems I don't have anything to buy here. At least... not enough damage. Level 13. Nothing. Okay, let's see. What is this? This does... Fuck me. 7 constitution? Jesus Christ. I don't plan to focus in any element. I don't think so. Although I was thinking of giving her more electrical abilities and Solas more ice abilities. Just to take advantage of putting points in those classes. But not too many. I want all my mages to have at least one attack in each elemental class. Yeah, at least one. Which means I should respect souls. Yeah, I should respect souls, not that I think of it. Okay, let's buy this. It seems much better. In my lightning tree, I will look at it in a moment. Wrapped staff grip. This is a blade, this is a grip. Okay. 8 constitution, are you serious? I can get, not 13 constitution out of all this. Shit. Longsword grip. I need a haft, actually. Okay, what about Solas? What does Solas have? Constitution. Okay, I think I will go and craft what I bought. And if not, I'll come for this. All this Constitution stuff looks amazing. Haft. 5 strength. What does Cassandra have? She doesn't have anything. It's a two-handed haft. Okay, give me a moment and I'll go to the character screen. Okay, Lilith has, yeah, this one. I already have it, yes. That's the only offensive ability Lilith has. Well, this is great. I need to get energy bombardment at some point. These also, both of these work because they are single target abilities, which is what I need. You see, this is important. How many? Let's see. 12 projectiles, so it's minus 24 magic resistance. Basically. Yeah. And what if I give these to Solas as well, then we shall have 50 minus 50. It's based on the element of your staff. It's not generic magic resistance, but rather, yeah, it says here, to your staff's magic type for a short time. Interesting. Interesting stuff. I like this tree a lot because it has many passive abilities. You only get 2 spells, really. It's quite different from this one. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're telling me. So let's say if I don't have any abilities in fire, but I have a fire staff, then that bombardment doesn't help me at all. Yeah, I see what you're telling me. But I'm going deep with Solas in the freezing tree and with Lilith in the energy tree, storm tree, and whatever is left I'll put into fire. Because I found that most enemies tend to be, or many enemies tend to be immune to fire. Many creatures. I believe lightning and ice are more versatile. Maybe I should go to Haven now. Okay, I've gone to all this. This is a stairs. There are other stairs, and I failed to see them. Hey, can I get to the second floor at this point in time, or can I not? Well, that's my plan at the moment. Give Lily a bunch of abilities in Storm and Solas in Ice. Apples nearest the cafe are set to change where one is walking toward or away from the gallows. And of course they do, for taste is subject to the whims of the heart, and no meal is favored after tears. But there it anyway, for none know the taste of joy, such as we do, not shy from experience. Yeah, and the joy of seeing criminals die. It's the best joy in the world. Okay, use the fast travel points. Thanks, Flex and Gigap. So let's fast travel to the second floor. That sounds ridiculous.
Blessed are the righteous.
Some areas have multiple levels. Click on the icons in the top right to review them. Yes. So maybe we will. Yeah, I want to travel to the second floor. Okay, let's get the thing. Maybe we will meet the friends of Red Jenny after all. Favors for favors. A scrap of parchment is hastily torn from an ornate document, stuffed into hiding it with a large red rock, and we are to obey well. We meet at 3 bells to discuss how best to serve the new way. Scroll below in a misspelled script. Herald go at time, praise and trust. Taken together, the 3 measures reveal a time, path, and a key to a location on the world map. Well, we need to deal with assassins right away, I believe. Cannot keep a dagger on top of our heads for much longer. At this window, the thief Threadwell did witness the attempted assault of Lady Castine. He surrendered his chance for escape to catch and hold her assailant, a bard of Lord Hallivine. Hero thief, foiled bard, and conspiring noble were all censured as per station and relevant action. Lashings and labor disappeared and ostracized for the social season, respectively. Okay. Hero, lashings and labor. Assassin disappeared. Conspiring noble goes to a villa for the winter. Okay. Seems reasonable. The scandal played out far longer in the theatrically serialized adaptation, which reimagined the 3 as siblings separated at birth, competing for Lady Castine's hand at her orchestration. The conclusion was relatively accurate to the original event, save the punishment of the thief and noble being swapped to comic relief. That makes sense. Generally good reviews received, though some thought the height of the lady's hair to be unrealistic. From a disposable walking hour of the capital by a bard. So this is like the citadel, basically. The Randy Daughter Quarterly. Unread missive of suspect virtue. The Randy Daughter ignites winter passions with the collected conscripts by love. Being a tale of heroes come legends, the Grey Wardens, and their shining duty to claim those of promise who must suit their joining. Randy Daughter. Exhibitions for the noble of thought, but spry of step. The lady herself says, always a classic when wardens come calling, or dare one suggest the reverse. What? What's the reverse? Wardens come calling. When the warders calling, whatever. Alright. The Randy Daughter doesn't make any sense, in my opinion. It should be banned. Banned and burned down. Okay. Division and distance. Lore Master. Thanks. Origin. For a supposed creature of jealousy and greed, Maferat is less so indeed. For while his word brought low the right of the Maker, his prize was quickly divided and distanced. Let us consider the lesser of the sons in this matter. Of Ebrion we know little. I think this is the guy that all... No. Andraste only had daughters, wasn't it? Yes. Of Embryon we know little. The middle boy, he was tasked with ruling the lands to be the marshes. No claim by the father was made, no in my name to be humble, and that freedom is shown in the result. For Embryon himself was the least concerned with power. He among all led by example, not demand, and spoke only of sacrifice. When betrayal was revealed, Embryon acts as a man broken, dispersing his holdings to the various tribes. It was a penance that spared him his family, but also dispersed influence. To this day the free marshes are scattered. On Berald more is known, for his actions bring him to the start of our nation, but his folly begins in Navarra, where we must ask, was this the will of a betrayer father or a mistake of youth? Maferath gave rule to the youngest, Berald, and never claimed Navarra. Never did he sit on the throne, and he is thought to have rarely visited, but his name is hated there most of all, for it was bartered for legacy by the son. Unlike Embryon, Berald spoke not as an example, but to claim. Never his name was mentioned without that of his mother and father. His claims were bold, their actions were his, and their thoughts all shared. But from the father and his throne in Ferelden, no word is recorded. And we wonder, was it deliberate? For then the betrayal was revealed, and all with ties to Maferat were vilified. And so strong were the ties that Berald had drawn that his court was killed to a man, and he was forced to flee. He kept silent, as seems the will of knowing father, and had he guarded as the father had guided the elder Iserath, then Berald might have remained to rule. But that would require that the betrayer not be as he is drawn, and it would have kept Berald in Navarra, and it would have kept Berald from Orlais, and it would have prevented the further betrayal that truly burdened Orlais. Yeah, the history of Orlais is really complex, isn't it? I thought Iserath and her wife, his wife, were the ones that made Orlais, but it seems Berald, after getting exiled from Ferel, not from Navarra, is the true father of the nation. Okay, I can fast travel here? To the third floor, it seems. Ah, the terrace. Okay, more codex, nice. Login on the upper court. A torn page from an unsigned diary. My weaknesses beats me not by chance to gaze upon the upper court, where shadows of our final dance and wishes of my heart consort. So the lake surrounds the whole palace. Or marked. What is this place? Is this the... No, this must not be the palace. Nor the court. What is that noise? Well, maybe it was nothing. I wonder if I can use the horse here. That would be nice. I like trampling on peasants. It will be glorious in The Witcher 3. I have a good RP for that game, I think. If the developers allow it. I saw one of their trailers and I thought, you know what, I need to do exactly the opposite of what they are advising. That's what I will do.
Is this a shop?
I maintain a premises wherein customers of a certain affluence entertain the purchase of my ware. So yes, shop.
I can see what he sells. Yeah, let's go with this.
Don't you mean wares?
No, I mean where. I have one item available for purchase. It is far too expensive for it merely to be sold. You may gaze upon it and dream of the wealth required to possess it, as have lords and kings. And then you may leave and purchase things from shops more aligned with your station.
Ooh. Interesting. He reminds me of the Merovingian.
How do you keep the doors open on a shop with one item?
He's a noble, he doesn't need to...
Is a destination.
Yeah.
Luminaries of every description journey here to see what is denied to them. Some pay tribute, in the vain hope I will barter. They do not have the will to pay the price. They require a bargain to justify the spend, to ease their conscience. That would defeat the entirety of the purpose.
Yeah, I'm sure this guy is rich beyond us all. He's just a douche. He's a douche that is putting a price tag no one can pay, and he laughs as people come.
So you sell one very expensive item, and it's worth it?
Let me now interrupt the inevitable defense of your thrift. I'm sure you have treasures, and you will have many more. You could parade them from here to Halam Shiral, but none of that would allow you to say you have purchased this. The item is irrelevant. The price is worth
it. Yeah, he's a douche. The biggest one. And he's hilarious. Why can't I take him with me? What I sell doesn't matter. It's a dragon turd, but the price. The fact that you cannot buy it is what makes it important, okay.
I can't see it. Tell me what it is.
If you have to ask, you are not the one to buy it.
I need to know if I can use it.
And again, the point is missed. If mere use is your concern, you should go elsewhere. The person who claims this will not be known for using it. They will be known because they paid for it.
This guy is awesome. Yeah, dynastic, the item doesn't matter. It is like... that happens with very rich people. It doesn't matter what you have. What matters is that no one else has it. No one else. No one else can say they have what you have.
I don't see why this is special. Anyone can overprice something.
To overprice an item, the item must have a known value already. It is then priced over what it is worth. This has only the value I have set. It has never had another. It is not overpriced. It is priced.
Yeah, he's right.
Well, goodbye then.
Mind the flooring. It is not used to feet that have been subjected to soil.
This guy is great. Okay, let's see what he has. Maybe what he's selling is his humility, and it is immeasurable. You cannot pay for him to humble himself. The folly of General Non-Sheridan. Okay. 3. During the times of crisis, there can emerge abilities we do not know to possess. The servant, under the greatest duress, stood as not Sheridan. She stood and she spoke. She stood and she led. She stood and she attacked. And under banners they knew and a voice they did not, the forces of Orlais brought low their enemy. Now, perhaps the servant was more lieutenant than page to her battle-hardened lord, and perhaps the strength of the foe is stressed too much in the retellings, and perhaps the allied were well practiced before in their roles, and perhaps this is all a lie. But none question that not Sheridan was at least adequate at most in inspiration. Okay, let's see what he sells. What could it be? He's selling sandal, that's it. He's selling sandal. 10,000. I could buy this, no problem. So I'm richer than a king right now. But that's good news to me. This is nothing. Nothing. 10,000. This is chump change. Give me a second, please.
And what did they need?
All's well, it seems.
Of course.
These truths the Maker has revealed to me. As there is but one God, one life,
Just what
one
we
death.
Thank you.
A pleasure.
Oh my.
Just what we needed.
Of course.
Ah, the Herald of Andraste. Is there something I might help you with?
No, thank you, sister.
Make her go with you.